Troy, congratulations. Offensively, what worked better in the second half than maybe the first half?
Well, I think, just having a little bit more consistency, even if they were short gains, the ball did go forward, where there were certainly some drives in the first half where the ball went the other direction. And they're little things, they're fixable things, but you just, I really thought the last three series we played good football. We're just going to have to do that much longer. And certainly, we rode heavy on our defense, and yet you win in different ways. And I think for having so many new guys, to be able to come out and find a way to get it done, we'll build some confidence from a win like this.
You were not surprised at all to see this type of game unfold, and Matthew DePore really was a difference maker early with the 2 field goals.
He was, and I was a little concerned early in the week because he tweaked his back, but he hit 2 clutch ones, and both of them were, right. They almost hit the middle upright, if there's such a thing as a center field foul pole.
What was Owen Burke able to give you, especially in that second half? 18 carries, 72 yards, and he scored on the 4-yard touchdown run.
He did, Jim. I thought early he left some yards on the field, but about his last 5 to 7 carries were really, really good carries, where after contact he was able to get an additional 2 or 3 yards.
Sam Houston, 80 yards total offense. What can you say about your defense?
Well, astounding. I'll tell you, the part that was so impressive was the first half, because we were 3 and out on offense. The defense went right back out there, and I thought the way they kept us in the game in the first half, that was a key part of this football game.
There's a lot of different numbers you can look at, but one that jumps out for me, Sam Houston, 9 drives, 3 and out on 6 of the 9.
We'll take that. Now, I think we know, just clearly speaking, that we're going to face some really, really challenging offenses, and certainly we have a short week coming up, too.
Troy, thank you.
Thank you.
Our co-offensive player of the game, Owen Burke, 18 carries, 72 yards, and the 1 touchdown. What were you able to find as a team in the third and fourth quarter offensively that seemed to not be there in the first half?
The first half was slow, but I think we figured out how to just keep going in the second half. We knew what we had to do. We knew we had to just keep going and roll, and I think that's what we figured out for sure.
How frustrating was it early that you couldn't get much going, that you couldn't find anything offensively?
It's pretty frustrating. Props to them. They're a pretty strong defense, good team, and so be able to figure that out in the second half, it helped out, and I think it just showed that we can impose our will on anybody. It felt great.
Your defense held them on 9 drives to 6 3 and outs on those 9 drives. They really kept you in the game, it seemed like, until you found some offense.
Yes, sir. Props to our defense for sure. We were super strong up front. Our secondary was awesome. The amount of pressure we could put in the pocket, I think, was great. Our defense won us a game today for sure.
Owen, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Our co-defensive player of the game, Bo Richter, 4 tackles, 2 sacks against Sam Houston. How did you hold them to a total of 80 yards total offense?
It's a team effort, like stopping the run and then letting the guys up front get after the quarterback. I think it's just the recipe that we had. If we can stop the run, we can get to third down. We'll have great opportunities to get after them. I think that's what we did tonight.
They can be so explosive with the 3 and 4 wide receiver sets, and you got a quarterback who's 6 yards back in the shotgun. When you have that kind of look, is it tougher defensively to try to slow somebody down?
If they hit it running, it's definitely they got a little more momentum. But at the same time, it gives you really good opportunities to get after the passer in the pass game. But if you play sound, gap sound football, it doesn't really matter what set they get in.
Shoemaker back there, you were able to get to him a couple of times. Peyton Zadroik was able to get back there, and you kind of move all over the field, it looks like, when you're trying to get after him. How tough was he to pursue and run down?
It was tough. There was a couple plays where we had some good pass rush stunts that got me open, and with getting PJ active on the edge and getting me around him. But once you get in there, it's just kind of a cat and mouse game. I thought he was, he had his capabilities.
Bo, great win. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Co-defensive player of the game, Alec Malk. He led the team with 11 tackles. What was the difference tonight? You saw their offense sputter against a very good BYU defense, but you knew how explosive they could be. How were you able to hold them in check tonight?
Just playing our defense and being gap sound. We had good push up front, and everyone played their assignments pretty well.
When you were able to really slow down the rushing game, does it make it easy to look for the passing attack when you know you're kind of hemming them in between the tackles?
It does. It slows the game down a little bit. You're able to see a little bit more once you get in the groove, and it just opens up more opportunities to fly around and play fast.
In the last 6 games, your defense has held 3 of the 6 teams to 3 points. And in the last 6 games, all 6 opponents have averaged just 7 points a game. What's the secret to all of that?
There is no secret. It's just day in, day out, everyone pushing each other to be better, the coaches, the game plan, everyone watching film, and then coming out on game day and executing.
Alec, congratulations.
Thank you very much.